Everyone, welcome back to another tutorial by Shayna's Home DIY&Crafts. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I created this custom-made Black History Month sweater using my Cricut with HTV vinyl. If you are interested in seeing how I do so, keep on watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do so. Also, make sure to hit the notification bell so you can be the first to get my next upload. I have created my design prior to the video in my Cricut design space. So all I'm doing here, guys, I am just doing my final measurement, and then I'm going to send it over to Make It. Once I send it over to Make It, I am going to load my mat and I'm going to feed it to my Cricut. So there we go. I put my black vinyl on and I'm going to press that flashing button. It's going to feed it through the Cricut and then it's going to start cutting once I press on that C. So there we go. My machine is just cutting out the words that I need for the decal. Oh boy, it's so hard to get the words out sometimes. Once the Cricut machine is all done cutting out the letters or the words, it will send it back and I'll just press on that flashing button again. It would feed the mat right out. So now I'm loading my mat again, and this piece I will print the female head that you've seen in the decal. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to feed the mat in, press the button, it feeds the mat in and it will start cutting. Once it's done cutting, it's going to come back out. I unload the Cricut and this is what my decal look like. That's the lady head. Yes. So now I am going to cut off my excess, guys. Like I always say, I don't want to waste vinyl. Vinyl is not cheap. So I'm cutting off the excess and I'm going to save all my scrap because you could use them on the smallest of the smallest thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife and I'm just going to cut the excess off right there with my ruler to make sure I have a straight line. So once I do so, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my weeding tool and I'm going to start weeding. Now, as I said, guys, this part is the hardest part to do, the weeding. And this vinyl, you know, some of them is really easy to weed and some of them is very hard. And this one is one of those that's very hard to weed. As you can see, the struggle is real and I'm trying to, you know, make a video. I'm not in my usual room that I usually video in, so it's kind of like hard with the camera settings and stuff. So finally I got a position where you can see what I'm doing and I'm just there struggling with it. And there we go, the worst part is almost over. Once you get a grip of those large pieces, then it's way easier to weed out the smaller pieces. But again, guys, you have to be careful because you do not want to lose pieces of your image, especially when you have those little round dots and stuff. They will get lost in your while weeding. So you got to be careful and you got to go slowly and take your time, okay? I'm really loving this design. You know, back in Jamaica, we used to call those hairstyle shiny bumps. I don't know what they call them in other countries, but I know here in America we call it Bantu net. To all my African friends, can you tell me what they call these in Africa? And there we go, we're all done. Isn't she beautiful? Oh well, all done with the lady. Now it's time to weed out these words. And this is going to be the fun part. the fun part, which is not so much fun. It's kind of like meditating, guys, to weed away, like, you know. So this part again, as I said, the black vinyl is very hard to read for the type of vinyl that I'm using. So I am just going in slowly, and here with this one, I am trying my very best to be as careful as I can because I have a lot of small writing and I do not want to recut anything. So there we go. Now, so I'm just weeding away slowly, and I am slowly moving away just to make sure that nothing gets lost. Yes, we are almost there, guys. So now I'm just going in and I'm picking out the smaller pieces to form my letters better so you could see better. But yay, the worst part is over. We're almost there. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there. If you're still watching, I truly appreciate I truly appreciate each and every one of you who support me and been supporting me from day one. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And there we go, we're all done, and it's saying you must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. Rosa Parks coded. So now I am over to my pressing station, and I'm just gonna pre-press my shirt at 315 degrees for 15 seconds. Then I'm gonna take my tape measurement and I'm gonna do some measurement as I want to make sure that my decal is straight, lined up properly on my shirt. So now I'm going to fold my shirt in half to find the center of my shirt, and then I'm going to pre-press that as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place my decal on the shirt to make sure it's centered, just to see what it looks like before I press it on. So that's what I'm doing here, measuring, making sure everything is nice and even and everything looks good. Because once you press it on, that's it, and I do not want to mess it up. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press at 315 degrees for 15 seconds. Now guys, when you're using these type of vinyl, you want to make sure that your vinyl is cool peel or hot peel, because I think that's very important to know if it's cool peel or hot peel, so when you're peeling off that plastic that's on top of your vinyl, you do it right. Okay? In this case, this vinyl that I'm using is cool peel. Now I know you might saw me just pull it out from underneath the machine and pull it off. No, that's because I skipped that part of the video out as I'm trying to make the video shorter. So yes, I let it cool down and then I peel off. So now I'm doing my final measurement again. I'm going to add the female head to the t-shirt, excuse me. And I'm just doing measurement. I'm just like a measurement queen. I think measurement is very important. It's better to be safe than to sorry. Because guys, I do make these shirts and I sell them, and one of the last thing I want is for my customer to reach back out to me and say, hey, the shirt is not straight, or XYZ is wrong with the shirt. So I'm going to be really careful because I'm going to send it out. They're all custom made. I make what you want. I send it right out. And that's just it. I only take them back if they end up going through some kind of damage during shipping them out. But they're all custom made and it's like a final order. So now guys, remember I was telling you this is a cool peel. It's not cool yet. I'm waiting for it to cool down right in this side here. You see, I'm waiting for it to cool down because if you try to peel it, then what happened is like the black part of the vinyl comes up with the plastic. So yes, it finally cooled and I just peel it off. So that's what I'm talking about. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a final press. You don't have to do this step. I chose to do this step, and this video is not for people who are pro at doing t-shirt and vinyl. So, you know, I'm just learning and that's how I do it. And that's it. We're all done with the t-shirt. I love how it turned out. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I am just rubbing my fingers across. But this is the final result of my sweater. I keep saying t-shirt. It's a sweater. It's a crew neck sweater. And I'm loving it. I actually think I'm going to make one of these for myself. I love the girl. I love the word. It's very powerful. And, you know, it's Black History Month. So, yeah, I really love it. So please go ahead and type me a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this t-shirt. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't as yet. Also, make sure you share this video with your friends and family. This way they won't miss out. Now remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Until next time, be blessed.